Hello, Julie here. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm taking on a new challenge of creating a vintage spread in my creative journal using this ephemera kit of stickers and papers from IEEBEE. You may have seen my recent unboxing video. If you want to see the contents of this kit, I did show it in detail there, but here are just a few of the papers and stickers. It has an artist theme, so we have all of these works of art. These are little papers, so I'll need to do some gluing. And then we have lots and lots of little stickers. So this is something that I've never done before, but I'm looking forward to trying out. I'm thinking that if I treat it just like doing a normal spread, where I often use scrapbook paper and sticker books, I should be fine. I am now an affiliate for IEEBEE, which has lots of scrapbooking supplies, stickers and washi sets, as well as some planners and notebooks. I'll link my unboxing and review at the end of this video, so you can check that out. And you can get 30% off with my code Julie30. All the links will be in the description. I think there are about 200 pieces in this little packet, so I'm going to get myself a little bowl and put them all in it and rifle through it during the plan with me to find what I want to use for this spread. I think I've only ever made one vintage spread before in my planner, and that was a celebration of my mum and dad with a black and white photo of them. So I'm well and truly out of my comfort zone here, but if you've watched my channel for a while, you know I like a challenge. I think we may even do a spread where I cut away some of the page. I'm looking for some colours that go together. I think I might have browns on one page and then maybe something like these on the other. It's a shame that they're not big enough to go the full length of the journal. I do have no idea what I'm doing, so I think we're just going to get sticking. I'll use some Pritt stick. Hopefully that will work okay. And I am going to be cutting some of this away. I'm just going to play and see how it turns out. I was thinking of having one page decorated and the other as a place for journaling. Once again, I get very confused about how to cut the pages. That's better because now I can see where I need to cut. Side will mainly be decoration and this side for journaling, although I'm going to need something down here because I'm thinking of cutting away some of this page. I thought I might use some of these little paintings trying to find the small ones. Probably right at the bottom. This size I was thinking of, because there were a few of those. I don't know how many I would need. That's what I was thinking of doing, was just angling them and overlapping them at the side, a bit like this, to make a little sort of edge here. So we'll do that. Not really much of a cutaway. Never mind. At least it looks okay on the other side. I was a bit worried it would look strange. It doesn't look too bad. I imagine there are no rules really when it comes to this sort of thing. So we've made a start. Thinking this one would be more brown and this one will have these other colours. I'm not too keen on those on the white. I kind of wish that I had layered some of this underneath, but it's done now. So what I'm going to do is tear this and use it on the corners of this page. Like here. And I don't like how that tore. Like that, maybe. I think that's better. And maybe I'll tear that down a little bit more. I think I like that better. So let's stick that on. Of course, I didn't have my camera switched on when I added the two pictures, but I think that's all you missed. I'm going to add some boxes for journaling, and for some reason ovals seem a little bit more old-fashioned than regular rectangle boxes. So I will do a couple. And I'll use some of these stickers, washi stickers, so very thin washi material. Let's have one here. They are quite fiddly to get off the back. I think the trick is to pull the front of the sticker, the washi part. Now I'll go over in pen. And I think I'd like to make them look a little bit like they're a frame. So I know this is freehand, so it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to go round. To give them that little frame look. I don't think it matters that it's not perfectly even. I like that a lot better. I'm going to draw some lines on this side, and then we might add a few more stickers. These little scraps that are left from tearing off the papers, so I might bring a couple of those in. It's not like me to waste anything. Maybe this little bit down here. And there's definitely a gap here I need to do something with. Maybe this washi sticker, but I don't want to cover the sunflowers, so I'll make sure I cut some of it off. I'll add this to this corner here. Let's move on to the other page. I need something just down this edge because it's white here, so it doesn't have to be very deep. This This would go with a colour, although the blue's a little bit bright. Not sure about that. Maybe this postcard. Or there's some more script. Maybe we'll use the script. I'll use it like washi. I think on this page I might use the little stamps, so I'll draw a couple of letters. I think these are perforated, but I'll cut them. Yes, they are. And we'll put that in the middle. I know I was going to make this less brown, but I couldn't find many more colours that match those. So I'm going with what I've got. And I'll draw lines on this half of the page. Couple of more stickers on this page and I think we'll be done. Got this magnifying glass. I think we'll use that. I think I want to do that a little bit higher. That's better. I think this seal will do. Yeah. Have a last look. I think this needs to be shaded in. So that is it, my first foray into working with ephemera. For someone who's not all that comfortable with lots and lots of overlapping and layering, I think it's not too bad. I think I prefer the cleaner pages here and these, but I'm pretty pleased overall. I always forget that when you cut out of this side, you've got to not only think about what's under here, but you need to think about what's under here. But I have noticed watching other planners that they don't worry too much about what's on this side. So I won't let it worry me either. So you can pick up that artist paper and sticker pack from IEEBEE. And if you like this sort of creative journaling, they do have lots of other sets with other themes. And it's clear from everything I've got left in my bowl that a little goes a long way. If you're an expert on this sort of creative journaling and have any tips for me, please do share them in the comments. Remember to check out the IEEBEE website. And if you are placing an order, you can get 30% off with my code Julie30. If you want to see a close-up of all the washies in the washi tape set they sent me, then click on the video on screen. And remember to subscribe to my channel for more creative plan with me's, and click that notification bell so you find out when my next video is up. Do join me for another plan with me video really soon, and until then, take care and happy planning.